You guys did such a great job on learning how the mallard duck uses its beak. Now we're going to compare what the mallard duck does and just ducks to what some other birds do in our book, Birds, okay? We're going to compare the beaks of mallard ducks to the beaks of other birds, basically. Our learning target for today is I can read and find info about birds using the text, just ducks, and birds. So we're going to be using both of our texts, okay? Today in this book, we're just focusing on pages 14 and 15. The heading for today is Brilliant Beaks. There's that word brilliant again. We keep coming across this word. In our poem, Brilliant talks about how the birds looked. But sometimes the word brilliant can also mean smart. I call you guys my brilliant researchers because you're super smart. Sometimes words like brilliant can have more than one meaning. We have to use clues in the sentence or in the pictures around the words to figure out which meaning we need to use, okay? Page 14 says, a bird's beak is perfectly shaped to eat its favorite foods. Some beaks catch fish, some beaks crack nuts. The caption says, a long beak helps the toucan save energy. It can reach fruit and trees without even moving. Over here it says, beaks come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. They are used for grooming and for fighting as well as for eating. The Atlantic puffin uses its beak to grip fish. Australian pelican traps fish down in its beak. A buzzard tears flesh with that sharp, pointy beak it has there. See? The flamingo sifts water through its beak. It has some little holes at the bottom where the water just falls through. And blue and yellow macaw crack nuts with their beak. Ramblings crack seeds. A kiwi bird senses bugs with its beak. It has some tiny little whiskers there, if you can see it. Right over there, where it can sense what's around, what bugs are moving around it. And there's our mallard duck. A mallard duck dabbles in water. And we said that dabbling was just nibbling at the water to get some insects off of it. So why, in our book today, do you think the heading is Brilliant Beaks? We said what brilliant can mean, and that it could mean two different kinds of things. Why do you think our heading today is Brilliant Beaks? Exactly, because each beak is different, and it's used so smartly to help each bird. None of these birds use their beak in the same way. They all did something different to help them. They were using their brilliant beaks, okay? Like you use your brilliant minds every day. What are our photographs showing us, and how do they relate to the Brilliant Beaks heading that we saw? Right, they're showing us how the ducks and the other birds brilliantly or smartly use their beaks. Why does the author, you think, include these birds in this section? Because all of the birds are using their beaks for different things. I like that answer. What parts of the birds are labeled today? Their beaks. What is a label, though? A label is one of our text features that we've been using. We've been talking a lot about them, and you've been labeling your observational drawings. A label gives information about a picture. All of our pictures today had a label on them to tell us how the bird used its beak. We also use captions. A caption explains what a photograph or illustration is about. So usually a caption, like in our book, Just Ducks, we had lots of captions. And it showed us about upending and dabbling. And then it explained what was going on. So it wasn't a part of the main story, but some of those words we didn't know, like dabbling and upending. And it gave us a little bit more information. It explained the picture to us, okay? So remember, our text features are things that are helping us become better readers. They're helping us understand what we read better. Remember that researchers use a lot of different tools to help them learn new things. And today, we learned about captions and labeling to learn new things. How did the captions help us learn about the different beaks of the birds? Right, they told us what the birds can do with their beaks. Today we learned how birds, including the mallard duck, uses its beak to eat. They're eating their favorite things or things that are found in nature around them. And on Friday, we discussed the physical characteristics of birds. One was that birds could be different colors. But today we get to add to that list. And we're going to add that birds have beaks that help them eat their favorite foods, okay? Because they do. We saw that bird eating fish. We saw the duck dabbling and upending. We saw that flamingo. We saw the pelican that traps the fish in its big pouch under its neck. That is how birds use their beaks to help them eat their favorite foods, okay? Independently, I want you all to tell me how a duck uses its beak to eat, and then you get to choose another bird that we learned about today and tell me how they use their beaks to help them eat. You can send a video of you answering the questions or a picture of your written answers. Either will do. Also, in page 4 of your Birds Research Notebooks today, you're going to make an observational drawing of a mallard duck. That shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to post a picture of a mallard duck, and remember to label the beak, okay? I also want you to write a sentence about how the duck uses its beak. We talked about it a lot today, so hopefully it's stuck in there. Remember to use those descriptive adjectives to describe the beak. We talked about those strong adjectives that we want to use. Think about some of the words that we've heard in our poem and use them in your writing today. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I'll see you for math.